Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutný and today I am going to show amazing game coming from FIDE Candidates Tournament, and the white was Hikaru Nakamura, black Fabio Caruana, and this game was important to Fabio Caruana, and that's why he is going to play a little bit more risky variation, because after this game, when Fabio Caruana is losing this game against Hikaru Nakamura, he is 1 point behind the leader Nepomniachtchi, and tomorrow is the game of the tournament, because tomorrow Fabio Caruana with white pieces will play against Nepomniachtchi, and that's a game, and that's a show. So hopefully tomorrow we will see nice chess, but let's come back today because we saw another nice game, and it was a chess celebration, because let's watch this game till end. Till this game has 73 moves, so lots of moves are waiting to us and maybe lots of fun. If you are enjoying this video, or if you will enjoy this video, feel free and press like and press follow and make me happy, because right now everything is starting. Now black decide to take on f2, and of course he is going to sacrifice two minor pieces for one rook and pawn. So maybe this is still a fair business, but I am worried if black will not play the best lines, he could face problems because of white's two bishops, and maybe black's position it's a little bit risky, more than I feel that used to be. So short castle, and now bishop to c2, so black is taking on f2 once and second time, and now f6. Okay, here is a danger pin, so make a sense to leave this danger zone, and safety first is of course the best plan. And after knight f1, black took, and white is going king to g1. What's important to say about this position? I think that both players are playing for win. Absolutely, I understand that there's some kind of black's compensation, but if I have chance to prefer for who I will play, my choice it will be white pieces, because I believe in two bishops and two minor pieces against the rook. In a future, will have a big impact. So okay, white played king g1 and queen d6, bishop e3, so both players are going to bring their pieces to game, and bishop f5. Okay, what do you think? Who will enjoy this exchange? Maybe why is right that he is not going to change this bishop. Even nothing wrong is to take this bishop immediately with a tempo knight g3, and I think that still this game is open. Yes, what I am worried is these two pawns, maybe three pawns, so that's the bigger black's weapon, but still at the other side, maybe these two knights against one rook. This is this is the answer why I still believe in white's position, but that's only a line, because it was played something else, and white decide to keep this bishop on the board, and believe me or no, this bishop will be at the end a winning piece. So this was a great decision, and I don't know if this was home preparation or it was move make behind the board, but it was a nice move. So bishop to b3 happened, and rook d8, queen e1 and knight a5. So queen f2, knight b7, and rook e1, c5. So black's pawn's center is going forward, and now it's a big question if this center is strong or weak. Of course, here is a big pin to black's king, but at the end, how to speak about this position, how to evaluate this position, and I think that okay, this position is plus minus a level. Maybe white has got more material. I don't know if this is exactly position where white has got more material, but at the end black has got compensation. I still believe in two bishops and two minor pieces for a rook, but yes, there are I think 2 pawns for this business. So fair position for both players, and Nakamura is playing amazingly now. Knight g3, okay, bishop to d3, and queen to d2. Now black's got choice to play e4 or c4, and one move is absolutely stronger and the best one, and the second one is not such a strong move. And unfortunately to Fabio Caruana is playing move c4. Even e4 is much more stronger. Why e4 is stronger? Because you have to push your pass pawn as far as possible, as quick as possible. So pushed and go and go and go. So e4 is going to help your pass pawn to go forward. c4 is only tempo. So okay, I'm going to show move e4 because that's a nice position. Knight g5 I think makes sense. Now h6, say goodbye to this knight, and this knight is going to f3. That's interesting. Knight a5, another nice square is on c4, and I'm sure that this position is sharp. It's opened, and who knows who is playing for victory. Of course, if you are going to ask for help of your engine, maybe everything is simple, but just remember that these positions are playing two humans, and everybody has nerves, and you know it's very hard if you are feeling well or if you are not feeling well, if you are under pressure or time pressure. So this is a difficult position for humans, and this is a nice position where both players are playing for win. So well done to them. And knight e5, that's still variation, and queen c7, say white will take on d3. That looks like the best move as well. Knight on c4. Now another exchange, and yes, here maybe still black is absolutely okay. If black is okay, white is not worst. So maybe this position is level. But there was only variation where I feel that black got more life after move e4 than after move c4, and that's exactly happened here. Bishop d1 and rook d7. Now what I love a lot is white's position, and maybe let's have a look how white is thinking. You know that maybe he's not worst, and it's important to improve his position. So knights and bishops are not doing the best job at all, and it's important to find how these pieces will work better. So maybe this bishop is going to g3, and this is amazing square for piece. Okay, where to go by this knight? And this knight has to go to f2, and that's another nice regrouping of the pieces, and that's exactly where the difference between professional chess players and amateurs. Professional chess players is still looking somehow to improve his position, and amateurs sometimes is lost and he doesn't know what to play. So let's follow Nakamura because he played amazing moves here, and it's the right time to learn something from him. So now amazing move, knight h1. It's hard to believe that this move is the best move on position, and maybe up to engine, no, but it's important to believe that white has to improve his position. You have to improve your position move after move, and that's your main plan, to improve your position. And sounds like joke that white is improving his position by this move, because knight on h1, it's now the worst knight on the board, but not forever, only for a while. So e4 happened, and thank you very much for the square, and knight d4, and queen g6 and h4. Okay, maybe why not to push this pawn? And when I saw this move, I was surprised that this move is working, and I was surprised that this move is a strong move. But of course, Nakamura is a fantastic chess player, and after this round, he is only half point behind Fabio Caruana, so he still got chance to win this tournament. So let's watch this game and let's follow another great moves of this game. Knight c5, h5, queen d6 and bishop to g4. I have the feeling that white is improving his position. Two bishops are going to be strong bishops, and it's hard to see how black will improve his position. It's not hard to see how white will improve his position, because he will play something like queen e3, and okay, one exchange, not bad, another exchange, check, and king h7. So finally one pawn is down, and I think that this is a lost position for black. Yes, of course, if you are going to ask for advice your engine, everything is simple and white is winning, but it's not hard to believe that this is still a difficult position and both players has to fight, and that's a big respect for both players, because they were fighting for a chance maybe to be next world chess champion, who knows. So rook f5 and bishop c6. Here is a big problem for black, because these pawns are on the light squares, and maybe after move a4 and rook a1, one pawn, second pawn, and this pawn is weak. Now let's watch this knight, because still I told you that this knight on h1 is a bad knight. It's a funny knight on h1, but is doing an amazing job because he's supporting f2. And what's important, for example, just to go somewhere with the bishop, then is rook f1, and that's exactly what black is searching for. Black is searching for exchange of one rook. If black will manage to exchange one rook, he is happy. So white has to be careful, and because of this, this knight is doing a great job. Okay, another pawn down, bishop to d4 and rook f5. Here is a threat. So immediately it's important to stop this threat. Of course, this is not a winning threat, but with the rook exchange, it's nearly impossible to win this game, and white is playing for victory, so it's not interesting to see drawn position. And for this reason, now it's time of this knight, knight f2 and b4. b4 is nice because next move will be a4, and it's important to give a life. It's important to give something to play for this rook, and just now maybe this rook is the worst white's piece, and I hope that you know this sentence: just find your worst placed piece and let's improve this piece. And white is playing like master, and of course he is master, I'm joking. White know that he has to find the best square for this rook, and he has to open line. So a4 move happened sooner or later, so now happened, and okay, h4. Now Fabio Caruana is fighting in the difficult position, but how to find a chance, and the chance is coming here, because after move rook a1 happen move h3. That's a big surprise, because that's a pawn, and it's not such a hard business to miss this idea. What's the idea behind this move? Okay, looks like this pawn is for free, so let's take this pawn by a knight. That is a check, and that's exactly what I told you. With the rook exchange, black is absolutely happy. So maybe white will take by g pawn, but then rook f3, and white's king is a weak piece, and maybe here that's the story of this game, and everything will change. So h3, it was amazing move, and now it was up to Nakamura to find the best answer, and he found it. He's going to play amazing move. He played rook a2 because he was worried of h2. Of course, here then it's a double threat on a knight on f2, and he's going to defend knight on f2. Then he's going to improve this piece because this piece looks like, or up to me, this is the worst white piece, and the idea is to go to d1 or g4, and two bishops has to be strong bishops. It's a set to see a game where somebody has two bishops and they are not super strong. So let's learn from Nakamura because he's playing amazingly. So he played rook a2. Now, okay, bishop d1 and bishop g4, and that was a maneuver because these two bishops are doing amazing job. Bishop is going to block important pawn, and this bishop is going, of course, to find the targets. And of course, it's not hard to believe that there are plenty of targets, and step by step, still white is playing for victory. Even black is fighting like a lion, but still he's only fighting. So rook d5, and this pawn is down, and now king g3, bishop f1, bishop d4, bishop d3, and king f4. It's important to believe that in the endgame we have to play with our kings, and this is a super important plan of every endgame. Play with your king, and if you will win lots of games. So king g8 happened, bishop f5, bishop h6, and knight g4. White's pieces are super strong and they are working together as a team, and that's nice to watch how white was able to improve his position. And of course, Fabio Caruana is still doing his best. Maybe up to engine he's got a chance to save his life, but it's hard. It's hard, and you will see that even he's fighting knight e3 and bishop c5. He's still playing worse position, and I don't know what's happened wrong, where was a mistake, and maybe the opening choice. It was too risky, and at the end it means that white is winning this game. Knight d5, and now, okay, that's maybe too much. Okay, even this pawn looks like a big threat, but just imagine that if this pawn is falling down, there is no hope and no more threats, and white is winning. So maybe white is a little bit careful, and he's playing bishop e1. That's nice because white has to block this dangerous pass pawn. And now let's come back to save this piece, and white is on f2, rook h6, and okay, no draw. Still white is playing for victory, and back knight g2. It's amazing, like sometimes we know that knight has to be in the center, and knight has to be a strong piece and super strong piece somewhere in the center, and now is a super strong in defense and is doing amazing job, and this knight was on h1, now is on g2, so he's working fantastic job, and well done to him. So now bishop f2, king g6, and there is nothing to say. White is going to improve, and it was amazing performance of Hikaru Nakamura. Somewhere here black resign. So 73 moves are played, and we saw how Hikaru Nakamura is beating Fabio Caruana. Hopefully tomorrow we will see another nice and fighting chess, and let's go on. Let's follow this tournament, and let's follow our YouTube chess channel. That's the right decision. Thank you very much for watching. I hope I will see you soon, maybe tomorrow, in our another YouTube chess video. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye bye.